that was actually perfect for the thumbnail, because that was perfect for the thumbnail. I don't know if it's going live. It says it is, but I don't know. Anyway, my son will always, I don't like using superlatives anymore, and he always takes a picture while I'm like, and so I forget what I entitled this, but to honor our audience. That is a phrase Landon would have loved. And I say that, by the way, if you're a new-time viewer, he is not dead. My ex has taken custody and will not allow me to see my children. I have not seen them since October 28th. If you've ever asked an addict when the last time they used was, that's why I remember that date so well. I'm kind of addicted to them. In a bad way. In an unhealthy way. You are on a porch swing, by the way, and I'm not, so it's going to look like I'm moving, but really you're moving, and it's fun. There's also lots of cars in the background, and I'm doing this video right now to prepare for some serious videos that I'm going to do, but lessons for Livy. I want to be real lessons, and this is because my first experience taking my daughter to a nail salon, which is the only girly thing I normally do when I have kids, is go to the nail salon every time I'm having a real bad day, and I only get a pedicure done. She and I have done many pedis, but he took her to a salon prior to her first visitation with me after I hadn't seen them in several months. So he knows how to do spite, and he knows how to do it well. And I don't commend him for that. But I'm also trying to be understanding and forgiving. And I am being. So instead of slashing 3 of your tires and putting a nail in the last one, I am going to paint my toenails and pretend that my kids are here, and I'm going to talk to them. And if anybody happens to see this video and wants to share it with one of those little munchkins, you can. Make sure I watch my language in anything that you show them. And this one I do want you to show them, because Olivia, which, by the way, they've heard all this part before, unfortunately. Yes, that was not me. Yes. Oh, crap. You also hear that all the time, unfortunately. Olivia, I was thinking about you, girl. Yeah, you. And I was thinking about how you're always like, that's your song. And you're so good at that. And I used to be really good. Actually, I was really bad at it. Everybody's like, that's not my song. And I'm like, yeah, it is. And like maybe years later it was. I had taken the wind chimes down too. We're going to listen to the music, and Mommy's apparently not going to talk during this. The wind just... I guess the wind's in... We're going to keep going.
Keep my hands on myself. Don't dust them off, put them back up on the shelf. Just a little baby girl isn't me.
Landon would be micromanaging and dying right now because I'm doing it wrong. No matter how I do it, I'm doing it wrong. That's okay, Landon. I'm not good at this. That's why I go in there. And because I like to see them look at my ugly toes and make faces. I'll show you later. That'll be your warning. I can't show you these. I must have cut the crap out of my pinky toenail. And if you're my friend, yes, all my toes are pinky toes, I know. Yeah, I have to show you now because they're really disgusting. I'm not showing you. You see my leg hair? On my other channel, I'm big in Germany, but I have to make sure I maintain a certain amount of weird without being too weird on the other channel. Because I don't want to disappoint my German fan club. Sound like you're a little bit kid in the middle. Oh, telephone, don't bother me. I had to do surgery on my toe the other day in my bathroom. I don't recommend that unless you are qualified, and I am certainly not, because I'm not a podiatrist. But I did it anyway.
Yeah, your lovers and a bitch for my heart to eclipse. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks. I can feel it, it's just like in 66. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks. Let me kick it like it's 1986. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Might have had you still, feel it still.
So that's the song that my daughter picked for me. And I have a lot of friends who tell me that every time they hear that song, they think of me. And now we're going to play the one that I picked for me recently. And then we're going to be done because this is boring and it got windy and now I'm cold. Olivia. I was trying not to make it too loud. I hope it doesn't get too loud. Olivia likes Olivia. We also like to wear our sunglasses and be like, don't touch that. It'll be like nobody's touching anything. You'll be like, don't touch that. She does the weirdest stuff.
Innocent say I keep her check. She was a bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Crash at my place, baby, I'm a wreck. Needless to say, I'm keeping her check. She was a bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Crash at my place, baby, I'm a wreck. Thinking in a bad way, losing your grip. Screaming at my face, baby, don't trip. Someone took a big L.
Everybody's probably, this is the most boring video ever. I guess I gotta show you myself.
Certain things you just can't refuse. She wanna
They're all
ride
like the
like a
same size.
cruise, and I'm not trying to lose.
You're welcome for running this song for you.
Then you're left in the dust, unless I stuck by you. You're a sunflower. I think your love would be too much.
I hope you yell that every time, Olivia.
Unless I stuck by you.
Seriously.
You're the sunflower. You're the sunflower. Every time I'm leaving on you, you don't make it easy, no. Wish I could be there for you. Give me the reason to. Every time I'm walking out, I can hear you telling me to turn around. Fighting for my trust.
This is our song, Olivia.
Even if we gotta risk it all right now. I know you're scared of the unknown. You don't wanna be alone. I know how it's gonna go, but it's out of my control. And you'll be left in the dust unless I stuck by you. You're the sunflower.
I'll throw you lots of
I
big
think your love would be too
sunflowers.
much. You'll be left in the dust unless I stuck by you. You're the sunflower. You're the sunflower.
That's it. Back when mommy was a horticultural specialist / I mowed the lawn for a very fancy inn called the Inn at Little Washington. Shameless plug because it's amazing. And it's my hometown. And it's the middle of nowhere. And it's beautiful. And they made me do it in a skirt all summer, which was a little inappropriate because I was 16, but I did get a very good tan. And they taught me all about gardening. That was where I learned about growing fruits and vegetables and flowers. And I would grow flowers and the, what are they called? Not coordinator. What am I saying? The florist, but she like decorative florist. She made sure that she always, or creative. Anyway, she made sure that it was noted that she was a creative artist and that this was her artwork, and she did amazing. I mean, it's a very expensive inn, and so I was going to say hotel, but it's an inn, and so, you know, more power to you. And I learned how to take care of orchids, which is what we had a lot of blue orchids that were this color in the house the last time we lived together. and they matched the house, and it was so cool. And anyway, sunflowers are also one of the flowers that I associate with my alma mater, which is Randolph-Macon Women's College. And that is you, Olivia, because you're going to grow big, big, big one day, and you're going to get too big for your britches, and I'm not going to know what to do with you. And I remember as they grew, I didn't work on the weekends, and I remember I'd come back every Monday and be like, these things grew like a foot. And he'd be like, yeah, they do that. I'm like, can I ride the riding mower today? And he's like, no, you got to do the push. And I'm like, I'm a little girl. And he's like, that's why you're doing it. You got the bones. And I was like, dang. So anyway, I miss you guys. And also, I wanted to mention that I had a friend in high school whose name was Ellen Castellan. I always mess up her name because I'd have to say it all at once. Ellen Castellan. And she's from Germany. And I was thinking about my German audience on my other channel because just like how I always thought the foreign exchange students were super cute because they had such a hard time with the language barrier. I remember even in England, I was the cute little foreign kid. And I imagine that all my German audience is like, look at that weird little foreigner. And they all speak English better than we do. Even the 2-year-olds. I've met a lot of German 2-year-olds in Germany. Actually, I've never been to Germany. That was a lie. But German 2-year-olds that speak better English than I do, that were raised in Germany. And I'm like, how do you know how to use whom correctly? And I'm still confused on it. And I remember when his mother corrected me. And someone's calling me, so I guess that ends our video today. I love you guys, and I miss you. I'm going to do a follow-up video because I would like to discuss the reason for these types of videos. Because unfortunately, this is the communication I have with my kids, which is 0. So I hope that they watch this. Thank you. Hold up, Jake.